Hello from Teacher Toy Shop. Today I'd like to talk to you about how to make a pop-up DNA model that looks like this. So when it's finished, you'll be able to fold it closed and, for example, glue it into a notebook, and then open it and you can see the pop-up model and you can label the parts. Okay, in order to do this project, you will need the template, which is 2 pages. So you can either use the color template, which I'm going to use today, which is 2 pages like this, or you may have the black and white template, which looks like this. If you have the black and white template and you intend to color it in, I recommend coloring it before you cut it out, just because it's a little bit easier to manage it that way. You can color it afterward, but it's a little bit easier. Okay, so these are the uncut templates. In order to save time, I've already cut out the template. So let me move this out of the way and I will show you. By the way, in order to do this project, it's very simple. In addition to the template, you just need scissors. Any kind of scissors will do, including small classroom scissors like these. And then you need some kind of glue. You could also use tape, actually, glue stick, school glue, whatever. Whatever you prefer should work just fine. Okay, so let's get started here. You have a little key here. I would cut that out from the template and just put it to the side so you have it to refer to. And then you have these 2 pages. So you cut on lines, and I'll lay them on the white background here so they're easier to see. So you have those 2 pieces. And then you have this base page, which looks like this. So the trick here is when you look at the key, as you know, the solid line means cut. These long dashed lines mean a mountain fold, and the short, like the dotted lines, mean to make a valley fold. And then if you have darker shading, it means you're going to glue on the front of that piece. And if you have lighter shading, it means you're going to glue on the back of that piece. So let me give you an example here. This is the shorter dotted line. So you're going to fold it like a valley. Just like that. And then I open it back up like that. So there's a valley fold. I'll put this to the side and let's work on these pieces right now. So you'll see these have a couple of glue lines and a couple of valley lines. It actually doesn't really matter which one you start with. I think that for purposes of this video, I'll start with the glue. So this is very simple. What you do is you're going to lay these on top of each other. So this is going to line up like this. Couple of things. Make sure that the 5 is on top, because you're going to use that for labeling later. And then you see the dark shading here, which means glue has to go on the front of this, which means that this goes like that. And this is going to go like this. And again, there's some dark shading there. So actually, maybe what I'll do is glue first, and then I'm going to pull those up and put them up there, same as is like this. So again, the order doesn't quite matter if you prefer to do the gluing a little bit of a different way, but this is pretty forgiving in terms of how you do it. So let's see, I think I will put some glue here. And some right there. I'm just making sure these look like they're lined up while it dries. Push that down like that. Okay, and then let's see. I want to just want to pull these forward. There we go. Okay, so I got those like that. And now I'm just going to glue the other parts on here. So behind these S's, You see there are some marks to put some glue. Okay, and the same thing down here. Okay. All right, so then the next thing is, I'm just letting that dry for a quick sec, although it dries pretty quickly. So the next thing that we want to do is make sure our model does not get glued to the table. The next thing that I want to do is do our folds here. So you see that we have 2 mountain folds and 2 valley folds. So I'm going to go ahead and do those. So I fold that one so it's like a mountain. Fold that one up so it's like a valley. And that one like a mountain. Okay, and then the next thing that we need to do is to glue it onto the base. So here you see that we're going to glue B on here. So there's B, and it's shaded with a dark color because you're going to put glue on the front. This one's shaded, A and D are shaded with a lighter color because you're going to glue them on the back and glue them down there. And then we have C with the darker color. You'll glue on the front like that. So, and it's your choice if you want to put the glue on the tabs or put the glue on the base, either way. I'll put down A and D first here. And then there goes B right there. And then C. Make sure everything's lined up properly. Let that dry for a few minutes. And actually, at this point, your model is finished. So I would let it dry first, and then you can open and close it to see the pop-up effect. And then from there, obviously you can put your name on your model. And then your job is to label the different parts of this model. So for example, number 1 is asking you what this shape is. So you would fill that in there and so on. And so then you find, you know, for example, number 2, what is that thing? Number 3, label what it is. 7, 8, and 9 are asking you for those base names. And that's pretty much it. So this is maybe sort of dry, but I'll close it just to show you. Reopen it, and then it pops up like that. And if you want to, you can actually glue it into your notebook so that later on you can study. So, you know, I just have a sample notebook here, and what I would do if I were going to glue it into my notebook is just put some glue onto the back of one side, just glue down one side, and then you can, I mean, literally just close your notebook, come back to it later, open it up, and you have a great model to study, to remember the parts of DNA. So that's it. If you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe for more videos from Teacher Toy Shop. Thank you.